Matt, obviously you're in town because the Chargers, you're their play-by-play guy. Yeah. They have hired your incredible voice and view upon the game to call it every single time for the local audience or whatever back there in L.A. What are you seeing from this Chargers team? Because I'll tell you what, you know this as much as I do. The rest of the NFL, more specifically, the AFC bubble teams are pulling hard for a Colts win tonight. You think that's going to happen? You think the Colts have a chance to upset this team, or are they rolling right now?
No, you know what? They, I'll tell you what's interesting. There's been one sort of issue through these couple wins here against Miami.
Are you traveling on team plane?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so this guy knows Chargers better than anybody else. Yeah. As we're listening to his answer, let's take that in.
Yeah. So I guess I'm in the inner circle. You know?
Yeah,
inner plane.
Definitely.
Yeah,
right?
it's
actually a cylinder. So I'm in the cylinder.
Flying, which none of us understand.
Right.
40,000 feet in the air, bigger than a building.
Right.
You're in there, though.
That's the nice thing about the charter, you know? Air gets a little bumpy at 37. The charters, we're going to climb up to 41. We're going to climb to 41. You down there, you can't do that.
Yeah, we fly on big birds.
That's right. Yeah. So the one thing that's been an issue has been the interior of the line. So Jeffrey Simmons last week, Christian Watson the week before. What do the Colts have? DeForest Buckner, one of the best in the business. So that's how you can wreck a game, right? I mean, you collapse the pocket immediately and things go sideways in a hurry. So that would be kind of my one concern. The other thing, too, is, look, the Chargers, they're like the Vikings. They, they play one-score games. They do not blow teams out. You know, they blew out the Texans, allowed them back in the game. They go down 14-0, then they get a big lead on the Browns, and they allow them to come back in the game. So I think because we haven't really seen them do the whole foot-on-the-throat thing,
anybody can win.
Yeah, I think they allow teams to hang around. So that's why I think if you're, a Boston Cana fan of the Patriots, maybe you feel a little good about tonight, right?
Wicked, nice Monday.
If Yin's tone over here with the Steelers, Yin's feeling pretty good about tonight, Nat? Yeah,
Not bad. I think we're still using the Boston accent.
It's hard.
But you use the Yinzer.
I use the Yinzer and Nat.
Slang, yeah.
And Nat.
And that works.
And that works.
You just got to be as lazy as possible with your mouth.
Yeah, you're trying to just mumble. That's what Pittsburgh people do. They don't want to move their mouth and lips too much because obviously why would you when you're working so hard down at the mill? But there is a lot of people that are watching this game tonight. And whenever you talk about letting teams kind of linger, the Colts were up 33-0. When you say anybody can linger,
they let the Vikings linger.
But
they're only up 33-0.
And DeForest Buckner, we have a lot of respect for DeForest Buckner. He's been on the show before,
Superhero.
And he's very good. That D-line, Yannick Ngakoue and DeForest Buckner have been running their asses off, chasing people, doing a lot of screens and things like. Eckler is the fucking guy, right? Yeah. Isn't he? He gets the ball all the time, always scores. Herbert loves him. Is he the number one weapon for you guys?
Yeah. Look,
what should we be watching for here?
Here we go.
Anytime.
I know everybody gets into the whole Pro Bowl snub thing, but man, it is such bullshit that Austin does not get more attention. I mean, the guy's got 32 touchdowns since the beginning of last year. It's like 8 more than the next guy in line.
He always is in pay dirt.
Always. Like he just and like you look at that touchdown last week against the Titans. I mean, Simmons hits him at the line of scrimmage. That's 320 pounds, and Eckler just starts churning those feet and pushes 2 guys backwards 5 yards into the end zone. He's so underrated, and I think that's one of the things that Herbert, appreciates and he leans on. It's kind of, okay, this is a gotta-have-it play, and I think Austin and Keenan are kind of his gotta-have-it guys. Until we get into those final moments, then Mike Williams becomes his gotta-have-it guy.
That sideline last week.
It's ridiculous what he's able to do, in those moments, in the sideline, and the 50-50s, all that sort of stuff.
Well, and Keenan's obviously Keenan, and then there's a Carter, I think, right? Number 5 or number 1?
DeAndre, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been, and it's funny, like you guys know
fast.
This.
Yeah.
You get those punt returners, and if you can figure out
how
to work them into your offense, they're shifty guys. You just get them the ball in space, and then they go to work. And I think they figured that out with DeAndre early on.
Yeah, the Niners did that with Ray just yesterday. Christian McCaffrey actually seals a block. And I think that's the thing about this Chargers team as well is it seems like everybody's bought in. It seems like everybody's always – I don't know why. I mean, they're sitting at 8-6, still a winning record. Obviously, they're in the playoffs. Going into the year, it was like Super Bowl conversation. Oh, yeah. And then what? Some shit happened? Is that what took place? Shit happened?
I mean, Bosa gets you lose – kind of the straw that stirs the drink on defense up front, right? Like, you can't double both those guys, Mac and Bosa. And you saw through a game and a half, they were wrecking shop against the Raiders and the Chiefs. And then he goes down, so that gets screwed up. And then Rashawn Slater, you have a left tackle that you can just, hey, he's there, we don't have to worry about it. Let's focus all of our attention over here. He goes down week 3. Justin Herbert fractures his ribs.
J.C. Jackson.
Oh, yeah, what was that? Yeah. Was that like the thing under the ribs?
Rib cartilage, I think that's what they called it. thankfully, I never had that. No one's ever kicked me in the stomach. So, I've been all right.
Pretty pumped about it, too.
Exactly. It's clean living. So, I don't know what that feels like, but he's a different guy these last 3 weeks. He's looked totally different.
Who do you got tonight? Chargers. Playing the Colts. Chargers favored by 3.5, I do believe. If the Colts get a big-time win, it'll shake up a lot in the AFC playoff picture. How do you see it going, Steve? Huh? How do you see it going?
I've been picking on Jeff Saturday. I love Jeff as a person, but as a coach,
33-zip halftime.
I know it was tough to watch that, and people are getting mad at me because I said he needs to be the first interim head coach to be fired. Right? People are like, "Oh, Steve's racist." I wonder why he doesn't like him. I just think it was a bad deal, man. If someone, people are saying that I was jealous that because nobody's offering me. Well, that would mean I would engage with conversation and dialogue to look at being a head coach. I've coached my sons, 2 of my kids' flag football team, and I learned very quickly I am not capable of being a head coach of anything. No desire to be a head coach. I don't desire to be a wide receivers coach. Coaching in my future looks as the percentage of me waking up tomorrow being 6'4".
Okay, got it. So you don't want to be a coach. So you are racist then? It's just because he's white? It's because Jeff Saturday's a white man?
Well, you can Google me. My wife is from Utah.
No!
She's a few shades lighter than me.
People actually calling you racist because you were going after Jeff?
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. That's their go-to with me because, I look like the angry black man because I have tattoos, Of course.
Well, Jeff Saturday does look like the white, too. I mean, blue eyes. That hair just sits perfectly on top of his head.
Now I am jealous of the hair, man.
He's beautiful. He's got a good curl up there, too. Listen, can't lose 33-zip after being up 33-zip.
Yeah, I can't do it.
And then you can't give up 33 points in the fourth quarter. It's been a rough couple weeks. I think the Colts win tonight. Steve, your thoughts?
No, I don't think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can watch him on Cut To It on YouTube, alongside Coley, I believe, who is a fucking hilarious genius.
Hey, Coley is hilarious.
Hilarious and incredibly smart. Wildly smart.
We're still figuring that part out yet.
All right, so in things then. Smart at things, and maybe not everything. Love you, love the show. Keep talking your shit, Steve. There's a reason you're an icon. It's because of that and how good you were. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Smith Sr.
Yes.
I believe the spread 3.5 still.
Yes.
I would like to make sure we both get this spread with how it closes, AJ.
Yes, 3.5.
Okay? We'll take it at 3.5. This thing might go up to 4.5 though late.
Yeah.
So we got it at 3.5.
Okay, we'll take it at 3.5. Who do you like, AJ?
Who do you think I'm going to pick?
Well, when you look at the Super Bowl MVP right there, and then a Defensive Player of the Year right there on that graphic, and then obviously the year that Zaire is having with a C on his chest, you would assume with just those stats and titles alone, you would pick the Super Bowl MVP side. So you got the Colts plus 3.5. Me, I don't know.
I got the Chargers minus 3.5, no question.
What's that?
You heard me.
Oh, I thought you were going with Mike Williams.
Yeah.
Dog. Justin Herbert. Dog. Khalil Mack. Dog. I thought you were going, against them.
Khalil Mack's paying like $40,000 per night for dinner for half the team. So, yeah, I like the camaraderie they have going over there.
Well, I certainly love that and would love to see that in the Colts. Would like to see, just a little bit of life out of the boys. And I'll be boots on the grind tonight for this game. Give me the Colts plus 3.5.
Wow, look at you.
We also got a super boost that is live on FanDuel. Austin Eckler to score a touchdown and Deion Jackson, number 35 for the Colts, to score a touchdown. Did we know he existed 6 weeks ago? No. Jonathan Taylor gets hurt. They put 35 in. He runs fucking hard. I think Jeff Saturday will want to see a guy that runs hard, see a guy that has some explosion, and I'm not sure how big Richard Nick Foles is throwing the ball these days, but I am sure we'll try to hammer the rock out. Look for Deion Jackson to get in the zone alongside Austin Eckler, and it has been boosted to plus 700.
Okay.
Let's win one, AJ.
I love these. I love them. Plus 500 and above, man, I love those.
Plus 700. We're boots on the ground. Let's enjoy that tonight.